think the guy that or the guys, I don't know, that shot up Hush, what kind of background y'all think he came from?
Exactly the lifestyle they trying to live.
Which
I,
I go
I,
ahead.
oh,
So, like I said, I can't really speak much because I'm not from Birmingham. I'm still kind of learning the culture here. However, I can say when I was in undergrad, it's not just the people who grew up in poverty, impoverished or whatever. It be the wannabes. It be the
Yeah.
that
ones
what it
who they
is.
had, whose parents then gave them a good life, whether it was a single parent household, two parent household. It's just wanting to prove something. And I think, like Kenya said, the music heavily influences that. Because why are you trying to be somebody you're not? And then once
Mhm.
you start acting a certain way, you're gonna attract friends or whatever that are gonna be on that type of time. So now it's just raising the bar, and when it comes down to being put in these situations, it's not always the impoverished ones. I mean, I can't say like I grew up poor, but I'm also a girl, so I can't say I grew up in the projects. Nobody would never know that based on who they see me now, how they see me now. But again, I think it is a little different when it comes down to boys, men, whatever. But I think now it would be, generally speaking, again, can't say much about Birmingham. I think it's the people who, are the men who have somewhat come up pretty well. So
Do you think that will be an outlier, or do you think there's a lot of people who grew up what would you consider trying to be a wannabe? You think there's a lot of men out there trying to put on that facade?
yes, for sure.
What makes you think that is it from like a dating experience? Is it something that you see? Is it
Again, I was
mingling with?
in college, so there's a big community is a big thing in college, right? Especially if you're on campus or whatever. I see people I grew up with, and I'm like, now you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
people I done went to school with. I'm like, really? Or
I think
I would even go so far to say my previous relationship. I'm like, now you ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, can't speak for Birmingham specifically, but what I have seen in my experience, whether it was, I'm also a military vet. So I've seen a lot of different perspectives with men in those situations.
I think too when you think about just like the science and like internal and like the sociology of a situation, humans naturally want to belong into something.
And
That what
So
it
I'm
is.
gonna do whatever I need to do to
To be
fit in or
mhm,
whatever.
to be
I'm gonna
socially accepted.
assimilate. I'm gonna do whatever. It when in fact internally you have some issues going on that you need
mhm,
to resolve. So it don't really matter to me. I that could be the same for a person that grew up in Mountain Brook or a person that grew up on the West Side. Like it doesn't matter. It's
Mhm.
all I want to belong in this space. I feel like I need to get back at this person because they did something. They threatened something that was I belong to
or
or
I'm
the
associated
space
with.
right in
Hmm.
my community.
So
Can
my question is, why would people that know they don't belong in these environments get into these environments? Because I'm quick to say, nah, like you said, you didn't grow up like that. I'm quick to say, nah, that ain't my cup of tea. I know them type of niggas on a different type of time than I'm on. So I'm not even finna go that way. I'm not even finna entertain it. Like I said, because I'm a big believer in tribalism. Find your tribe, find people that have
I
that's like
agree.
minded,
Hmm.
find people that's trying to go in the same, trajectory that you is, grow and stuff like that. So for me to just be around some dudes that's talking about we gonna get the switches if a nigga try out, that wouldn't even be a spot where I would be. Why do y'all think that people want to put themselves in environments that they don't belong in?
can I
Go
can I
ahead.
can I well, say something on that? And I kind of want to piggyback on what she said too. As far as that, people when people see something that is socially acceptable, they want to be a part of it. Like you said, naturally they want to be a part of it. Whether it's the goddamn switchboards or motherfucker that listen to J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? They want to be a part of it. Whatever is
Whatever's going
mostly
on.
socially
Hmm.
accepted or whatever the crowd is going towards or whatever, they want to be a part of it naturally. Like it's only a small percentage that want to be like, nah, I think I'm cool because I know the consequences of that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a lot of people with the people that want to be that person that's really not like that is more on the. I feel like for one, they have self esteem issues. For one, for two, like I said, they want to be socially accepted, and for three, the parenting was fucking terrible because they gave them everything they wanted, and I feel like when no punishment put in place for when they did fuck up.
I wouldn't
Well,
even go so far to say
it
punishment.
should be extreme. So like
Mhm.
extreme on one end is I gave you everything you wanted, and I didn't give you anything. So like, parenting styles is multiple parenting styles. Like you got authoritarian. I'm getting into terms, y'all, but you have all these types of attachments and like parenting styles that affect how we function as adults and beings. And so when you say that, I feel like it could be both extremes. So just think about the parent that was never there and the kid had to fend for themselves. Think about all the important information that the child is missing, or love, affection, all these natural things we deserve as humans and naturally want and need, versus I feel like if you on extreme, that's why it's good to have balance of both. And we can't fault our parents because
There's no
always
perfect way
say,
to parent.
right, they doing the best they can what they got. They probably had the
That's
same
not always
thing.
excuse,
I
though.
disagree.
I know you finna
I
say that.
disagree wholeheartedly.
Can I say something?
Come on,
that?
say it, yeah.
We in a different time now.
Okay.
Back then, I know when me and him came up, our parents weren't trying to be our homeboys and homegirls.
Right.
See, now you got granny listening to Sexy Red.
Where'd I get that from?
The grandma is the baby.
You know, exactly. When you a grandma at 35, 40, 45, 50, like that social media. I feel like social media.
Social media. Social
Definitely.
media has definitely
When they put them damn
psychological
phones,
effect.
them devices in our hand and created fucking social media, they fucked
But
the world up.
it's always a deficit there though, somewhere. Like all this comes from a deficit. Like there was a lack of education, lack of attention, lack of something. So
but it was also a lack of
the reason why
common
Granny on
sense.
social media is why? Probably because what? She needed to feel like she needed to be seen because she didn't have that when she was younger. Mama, and let's be honest now, sometimes our let's just be real. Let's call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Sometimes our elders have problematic ways. Let's just say that. They do. It's some things that, yes, my grandma taught me that I would always take with me, no matter what. But there's also things that I would never take with me because that is problematic.
You ain't been where I been, and you ain't going what I'm trying to go.
Like,
So,
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean by like times are different. So what you won't take from your granny, you know what I'm saying, whatever you feel is negative, it might not be the same negative thing versus a granny that values, how can I put this? That values modern day culture. You get what I'm saying? Your grandpa don't be studying.
She don't know nothing about that.
That's what I'm saying. She don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
But her negative that you wouldn't take, you really can't compare to a granny that's on social media every day to her negative.
That's why
her negative is a little bit more harsh.
Yeah.
Everything
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So you really can't.
I'm gonna say this.